What is up, FPG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Tower Fantasy video. So in today's video, I did want to talk about whether you should go for Frigg or for Nemesis. And the reason being is because Nemesis is leaving here in about, you can see, a day and 7 hours. I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about this because I know there are some people that may still be on the fence, not knowing who to pull for or not knowing if they should grab themselves a Nemesis really quickly before she leaves. So hopefully this video is helpful. Hopefully I am precise and to the point, and hopefully you get something from it. If you do, go ahead and drop a like and sub to the channel. We would love to have you stick around and it's greatly appreciated. And I also wanted to quickly mention that I will be doing my Frigg polls live on September 1st, so I would love to have you around for that. It's always a hype and good time, so can't wait for that. But let's go ahead and talk about whether you should go for Nemesis or Frigg. And I feel like it's an easy decision to make, just dependent on what you're trying to do for your own account. And what I mean by that is, are you trying to build a Volt team or are you trying to build a Frost team? And I think right there, deciding that is going to determine which simulacra you're going to go for. So if you're really liking the Volt team and that's what you're trying to build, then obviously Nemesis is going to be the way to go. And Nemesis in of herself is such a great simulacra and one that I would consider to be pretty future proof. So what I mean by that is that Nemesis is going to provide buffing to the Volt team. She's going to provide passive healing and off-field DPS while being able to do some pretty good damage herself. And if you are able to get some advancements on Nemesis like I have, then Nemesis is actually able to do some pretty damn good damage, and the healing gets ramped up as well on her. So Nemesis is such a great character, whether it be PvP, PvE, and even in the future for global Tower Fantasy. Nemesis is going to be there for you and a great investment that will pay dividends down the road for you. Overall, I think Nemesis is a phenomenal simulacra, one that you cannot go wrong with, once again, especially for the Volt team. But even if you're not building a Volt team, you can kind of slot Nemesis in on just about any team build that you're trying to do because of the passive healing and because of the off-field DPS. It's kind of beneficial for any team that you're trying to build as long as you have the other two categories filled out, right? So Nemesis overall, I can't speak highly enough of the simulacra. I think she's fantastic and such a great addition, especially early on and then once again into the late game for Tower Fantasy. So fantastic. Now, if you're trying to build a Frost team specifically, then obviously Frigg is going to be the way to go for you because Global Frigg is coming with the Frost Resonance, but Frigg also is able to buff the other ice weapons in your team build as well as be able to do good DPS herself. So Frigg is a great simulacra to have for the Frost team. It's going to be beneficial and kind of integral for the Frost team, especially early on, but Frigg is unable to do some of the things that Nemesis can do. So that's why, for me, I value Nemesis a little more than Frigg, because Nemesis is coming with the healing and the off-field DPS that Frigg can't do. Frigg has the Frost Resonance, Frigg is able to do great damage, and Frigg is able to buff the other ice weapons, but it's not passively like Nemesis can, right? You don't have to have Nemesis out there per se to be able to get all of the utility that she provides. With Frigg, you kind of do in a sense, especially if you want that DPS. That's the thing about Nemesis, is she's not DPS, she's more of that support. So you can have other DPSs in there and shield breakers. When you have Frigg, Frigg is there for the Frost Resonance and being able to do the DPS as well. So and then you're gonna have to wait just a little bit to be able to round that team out really nice with Saki and Lin. But you can use, in the meantime, Meryl and Tsubasa. So if you're asking me, out of the two simulacras, which one would I recommend going for? I would recommend Nemesis for the reasons that I mentioned before. Frigg is great, and you may be able to get Frigg down the road if you do pull for Nemesis and you don't have enough premium currency or red nucleus to go for Frigg when she releases. Then you may be able to get Frigg down the road with a rerun possibly, or something like that. I'm not sure how they do reruns in Tower Fantasy, if they come back often or not, but that could be a possibility for you. Now, as far as future team builds are concerned, I know the Frost team is extremely strong in the CN version, but we all know that the CN version and global are different. There's going to be rebalances and things that are changed, so I don't know if that's going to hold water on the global side. And right now the Volt team is pretty dominant for the time being, but I know it kind of falls off down the road. But we have great characters or simulacras that we can look forward to for both teams, right? If we take a look at the Volt team, we have Tiangleng that went ahead and released just recently, as well as if we do get the collab characters, which I believe we will. I just don't know when. It might be a little bit further down the road. Then we have Bayuki to look forward to, which is extremely exciting in my opinion. So the Volt team has some great characters that look very interesting and that are very strong. But so does the Frost team. And then if we take a look at the Frost team, really the only one in terms of the Frost element that we're going to be looking forward to in the future is Saki. And then to round that team out, optimally, you're going to be looking at Lin to round that team out. But the thing about the Frost team is that if you pull Frigg now, you have some great Frost options at the moment in the form of Meryl, Tsubasa, Coco. So you can put a really strong team together right now, and that team, the Frost team, is actually rocking it in PvP if that's what you care about. With Coco and Meryl, they are actually doing the thing in PvP. And then in PvE, obviously, Tsubasa's great for a DPS, Meryl's great at shield breaking and tanking, Coco's great with the healing, and then you put or slot in Frigg for the DPS. You have a really good, well-rounded team right there. So it's just really dependent on what you want to do. I recommend going for Nemesis if you are interested in the Volt team. Even then, like I mentioned earlier as well, you can slot Nemesis in on just about any team build because of the utility for her. So Nemesis is just one of those simulacras that's just really valuable to have. So that's just the way I'm kind of viewing it at the moment. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and opinions on this. I'm eager to see what you guys have to say and eager to see what you guys plan on doing for your own account and for your own team. So anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. Once again, hopefully this video was helpful and pretty precise and to the point. Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys later. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody, but you can call me further. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.